Why is there a separate set of blood vessels between the heart and lungs? Why is it significant? On your screen, that can you give this answer? Why is there a separate set of blood vessels between the heart and lungs? It is related to the question of double circulation, or you can say that why double circulation is found in humans. This is mainly to avoid mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, as our body needs a large amount of energy. Okay, that's why there is a separate set of cells. Okay, two types of fertilization. Sorry, the circulation is found in our body because one is done by lungs, okay, and one is done by our heart. Okay, so why this is done? Because to avoiding mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, as our body needs a large amount of energy. That's why. Then you are seeing a structure. Okay, if you understand it, you can easily understand the whole process of this double circulation. Okay, when you read through it, it will be easy for you to understand these things. So here you can see, okay, one circulation. This is our body here, and their blood tissues. Okay, and if you see upper side, there is lungs. Okay, just beneath them, this is our heart. Okay, so two type of circulation occur in our body. One is called pulmonary circulation, which is done by these lungs, and second one is called systematic circulation, which is done by heart. Okay, so these are the uh, process which we understand in the last week, that this is the ventricles, okay, right, left, and these are the artery, pulmonary vein. About this you have to understand. Okay, so if you see in this structure, mainly the blue part, okay, blue part is defines the deoxygenated blood, and the red part is defines as oxygenated blood. It means not that the blood which shown by blue, it means not that in our body this blue blood is found, blue color blood is found. It is not true. It means the volume of oxygen. As you know that in the RBC's hemoglobin is found. That's why the color of our blood is red. Okay, so if the oxygen is more in any cell, it means it has a more amount of hemoglobin also. So in these veins, mainly in veins, this deoxygenated blood are flow. So it means we show them just for because they have, you can say that some lesser amount of oxygen if we compare it with the which carry by the pulmonary vein or pulmonary arteries. Okay, so mainly this aorta. Okay, from here if you see the structure from right atrium first, this deoxygenated blood come from our body, and then it goes to the pulmonary vein. Okay, from here it goes to the lungs. From it again come back to here, and it goes to aorta. Okay, or aorta, if you say anything, you can say aorta or aorta. So this is the main organ. If you see here, aorta, okay, main cell, if you see, because it provides the blood to all of our tissues, okay, to all of our bodies. So it has main function. Okay, as we already read about it in detail in last week also. So this is the main thing you have to understand till here. Okay, you have to understand just this figure if you want to go in detail about them and what is coming to your examination. We also discussed some questions of previous ones. So if you see this diagram and you understand these arrows, that from where the deoxygenated blood come and where it goes again. So if you see that in we already know that in last week, inferior and superior vena cava just flow the word deoxygenated blood comes from the lower part to inferior, and from upper part of the body to superior vena cava, and from it, it goes to right atrium, and so that, okay, from right auricles, then right ventricles, then it moves to the pulmonary artery, and then it goes to back to lungs. from its lungs come back to is this aorta, and from aorta it goes to the all our body parts. Okay, so when you read this, just to understand that, one thing is that what is the function of pericardium, pericardial fluid or pericardium? What is the function of this pericardium? Function of pericardium. What is the function of pericardium? So I think you are not revising the chapter which we studied in the class. Okay, pericardium, I already told you, or in your book also given, it prevents the heart from mechanical shock and injury. Okay, pericardial fluid found within them. So these are the basic questions which will be asked in your exams. So you have to understand that there are four parts of heart, four chambers. I study about that, and what is the function of this aorta, function of pulmonary artery, vein. Okay, so why these walls are found there. So which whatever we discussed in last chapter, sorry, last week, you have to understand about them. But, how does the blood pumped by the heart reach every cell? How does the blood pumped by the heart, or you can say that oxygenated blood, reach to every cell? Which part of the heart? Yes. Hmm. Pulmonary artery. Yes. Then. Hmm. Yes. Mainly, this is you can also say, but the main thing, main part of the heart. This is I already told you that aorta. Okay, aorta does this function. How does the blood pumped by the heart reach every cell? Okay, you can if it come in explanation, then you can explain whatever you say. But when we talk about one part, okay, one major part which is which are helpful for reaching it to every cell, it is the aorta. Okay, so conduction of heart mainly is the, you can say that, the sounds which is produced by the heart. Okay, and you when you read about the SA note, so you have to understand that these sounds are originate at the sinoatrial node. Okay, so conduction of heart is start in SA node, and SA node is also called the pacemaker of the heart. Okay, so this is the main question which can be asked in exam, that in one word SA node is also called the pacemaker of the heart. Okay, so can you tell me that what is the function of this pacemaker or SA node? Function of pacemaker, if you don't understand, if someone goes for heart surgery, okay, or it get catch up by heart attack, so pacemaker is fitted in their heart, and this function is self done by naturally increased by SA node in a healthy person. So I tell you that this SA node, okay, is the starting. It started the heartbeat. Okay, the same function of pacemaker. Okay, so it initiates the heartbeat. That's why it's called the pacemaker of the heart. And one more thing we have to learn in this chapter, that about heartbeat. Okay, so mainly whenever many confusion will be coming in students, that what is systole and diastole form. So if you see this figure carefully, you can understand that heartbeat occurs in two phases. Okay, our heartbeat is occur in two phases. Then it is when it is in a contraction. Okay, whenever our heart is in contraction, it is called systole. Okay, it means when beat occur, okay, heartbeat occur, it is systole form. And when it is in relaxed form, it is known as diastole form. Okay, so SCDR, you can you can make your own synchronized form of this. Okay, to understand that, so whenever our heart is contract, it means it is in systole form, and when our heart is relaxed, okay, because in there is a beat, wherever our heart beat, when you read in detail through your book also, there is two types of systole and diastole you found. Okay, two phases of heartbeat is found. Then whenever our heart is start beating, it is called systole, and when it is in its relaxed form, it is known as diastole. If you give the whole answer right, it means your 5 marks will be come. Then this type of questions will be come in 2 or 3 parts, as you know that in your syllabus and in your pattern in ICSE always will be given in parts. Okay, so if, can you tell me the what will be called the A? Try to understand this figure. It is related. Suppose this is your heart system here, and this is the lung system, and this is our body parts. This is just graphically represent here. Can you tell what is the A? This type. This is the last year question. Okay, which come. So read it. Choose the correct answer from the four option given below. While recording the pulse rate, where exactly does the doctor press on our wrist? A, B, C, or D? What will be the right answer? See, you are able to see the screen. So give the answer. C. Okay. Yes. Yes, it was right. Okay. So artery. Actually, many students are confusing about the vein or artery. It is actually arteries. Okay, in which oxygenated blood flow, and their beat is also very much if we compare with others. And they are, why artery chosen by this doctor? Can you tell why it is not checked vein or capillary? Why arteries are examined by the doctor? Arteries are examined because they are thick walled and easy. We can easily understand the heartbeat of, after just pressing the arteries. Okay, so vein and capillary in compared to arteries are thin walled. Okay, veins are little bit thin walled, but in capillaries are more thinner. We cannot just understand about them. Okay, just by just pressing. This is also previous year question of 2019. A muscular wall is absent in capillary, venule, arteriole, or vein. Yes, good. It is capillary because these are very thinner. Okay, so muscular walls are absent. But sometimes some confusion arises about the veins. It has also muscular walls, but if we compare it with the artery, it has some. If you say that they are somehow thinner, but not as much thinner as capillaries. So it's good. This is also a good question. The soluble protein in the blood plasma responsible for blood clotting. This is related to blood clotting, which we already read. No, no, it is I said about protein, soluble protein, main protein, which is responsible for blood clotting. Platelets are not in come in not in protein. In platelets, if you see carefully the process of this blood clotting, fibrin. Okay, fibrin is the protein which is mainly responsible for blood clotting. Answer also given here that it can be asked. Okay, main functions. So every arteries, vein, their functions you have to understand. So in this question you can see state the main function of the coronary artery. So coronary artery supply blood to the walls of the heart. Okay, so this is the answer. Okay, so this can be repeated, or like this other question about valves can be asked in this exam. Hmm. So can you give this answer? Identify the odd term in the following set and name the category to which. Huh? No, no. Read carefully. This is the any other student? No. Uh, you not go through the whole chapter, no? That's why it's confusing. But these are the pulmonary vein. So what is the feature of pulmonary vein? Pulmonary vein. Uh, so don't be confused, okay? In exam, don't do this type of mistake. Pulmonary vein always carry oxygenated blood, okay, and other three which are given here, they contain the deoxygenated blood. So this is the difference, okay. And their category, their name, one name is their pulmonary vein, okay, and their category is they contain deoxygenated blood and it contain oxygenated blood. It's very simple question. I think many of you do answer of also that sent to me. Given below is a set of 5 terms. Rewrite the terms in correct order in a logical sequence. So what would become in first? Vishal, can you tell me answer? This question which is on your screen. You have to write in a correct order. First is platelets. Then yes, thromboplastin. Hmm. Yes, fibrinogen. Then fibrin. Okay. Process of blood clotting is here. So first, when platelets or why this function of clotting is required? When there is ruptured platelets, okay, and damaged tissues. Okay, suppose some tissues will be damaged and their platelets will be ruptured. Okay, then calcium ion and vitamin K will be work there. So sometimes question also asks that which vitamin is necessary for the clotting of blood, it's vitamin K, and ions or which mineral is needed for the blood clotting, it's calcium ions. Then they converted it platelets into thromboplastin. Then they activate, actually these calcium ion and potassium activate this thromboplastin. Okay, so in active form this thromboplastin is known as thrombin. Okay, and in inactive form, when it is inactive, it is known as prothrombin. When it become active, then it is known as thrombin. Then after that it converted it, yes, I am telling about the full process of blood clotting. If you understand it, then you lifetime never forget it. Okay. Why we need the blood clotting? Whenever our cells are or the tissues are damaged, okay, and the platelets are ruptured, then calcium ions and vitamin K work there. As the question sometimes also asks that we need which vitamin to for the blood clotting, vitamin K, and the mineral which is needed for blood clotting is calcium ion. Okay, then they activate this thromboplastin. Okay, thromboplastin when I try to activate this prothrombin. When it is in active form, it is known as prothrombin. When it become active by the this action of thromboplastin, it become active and known as thrombin. Then this active thrombin will work on this fibrinogen which is soluble, okay, in soluble form, and it converted into fibrin which is insoluble, okay, which we read in question also that this is the main protein which is help in the blood clotting. Then red blood cells trapped in uh, a meshwork of fibers. It is if you see you can understand these fibrin fiber are just here in figure also you can see, and you can understand by this your finger and whatever, whenever you got a cut, after some time this type of structure, this rupture structure will be formed there. Okay, or if you say that this mesh work, this fiber like structure will be formed here. So this is the all process of blood clotting, and if you understand it, this figure will be explained very well, and then you can easily give the answer of logical order one. Okay, first is platelets there, then thromboplastin, okay, then thrombin, then fibrinogen, and in last fibrin. So this is 1 2, and these are the sequence, you can write them. 3, this is 4, this is fibrin in last. Okay, so these are the some questions we discussed today.